Hidden just south of Pickensdale, the River Revitalization Foundation plays a major role in protecting, preserving, and restoring the riverbanks by reintroducing native plants that were once abundant along the river. In a recent project, we've looked at installing a green roof at their office in order to reduce runoff to the river and set an example for others to do the same. Help protect Milwaukee's rivers. Thank you.
The whole concept coming in was like, let's just create a resource for our community. And that's why we got the name Park House. Basically what we did was we made a promise to ourselves that we wouldn't start projects that we couldn't finish. So we started very small, sanding the floors, painting the walls, and then people just started showing up and wanting to help and wanting to be a part of it. And we started planting gardens, and from planting gardens and building aquaponics units in our basement, we began to have people wanting to stay here. We realized that when you create a space that people can feel comfortable enough to at least put their guards down a little bit, so that what our main ingredient is which is love. And love not in the sense of being airy fairy, but love in the sense of the connecting force that unifies us all. Since being on Airbnb, we've hosted over 50 people, 10 different countries. We have 5-star reviews, some of the top reviews in the state of Wisconsin. So our motto as we've been developing is what we call the hostel. So it's like the combination of a hotel, having the amenities of a hotel. The hostel part of it is the communal experience, and then the home part of it is the feel, is the decor, and is the family aspect that we say to all of our guests, you come as a guest, but we want you to leave as a friend.
Throughout the semester, we have been working with Linda Keene on Next.cc, a website dedicated to exposing people to design ideas through journeys. A journey introduces a topic and includes several activities along with a review quiz. There are 4 different categories, and the first one is tools, a way to explore concepts on the most basic level, such as time. Language explores the structure and organization of these concepts. A good example of this is columns. Discovery introduces concepts to consider in design, and iron is the basis for many design projects. Design brings concepts, materials, and structure together to explore your own design. This journey shows a popularly designed object, jewelry. This website creates the foundation of good design for the next generation.
6 feet 500. It looks deceiving, but I mean, we measured it, but we gotta get our permission. It's a safe place.
So you need like something like similar as this one, right?
And the next drawing is more renderings about how to use the space for building.
Green infrastructure is using plants and trees and cisterns and permeable pavement to manage stormwater where it falls. So utilizing all of these techniques to control how quickly water flows into the rivers and the lakes, but also really manage the quality of the water. So, a really important thing that green infrastructure does is slow the flow of water. One of the city's goals through the sustainability office is to have fishable, swimmable lakes and rivers. So in the next 10 years, the city really wants to implement a lot of green infrastructure and strategically implement green infrastructure to help combat some of the problems that we're seeing right now with water quality and also with basement backup through other things like soil amendments and constructed wetlands and some really great projects like that. And so not only see more green infrastructure, but also see the number of jobs grow that are related to green infrastructure.
The 30th Street Industrial Corridor is a time-worn cluster of neighborhoods with a rich history. The departure of numerous businesses in the 1970s left the area with a lack of jobs and a staggering increase in crime. The negative perception of the area has made the task of redevelopment more complicated than just cleaning up and simply waiting for businesses to arrive. The area is not completely devoid of business, however. Underneath those boarded up windows lies numerous caring companies who simply want an improved environment in which to do business. The nonprofit The Corridor has already been making great progress toward economic development, safety, security, and redesign. Architecture students are being utilized to bring fresh ideas to the table and as a way to include the community in redevelopment process. Green infrastructure, streetscaping, and pedestrian-friendly planning lead to a greater sense of neighborhood vitality. Slowly but surely, the worn-out community is regaining momentum, business, and pride.
Back in 2007, I floated an idea about making my district the garden district. Can we do a green 3 blocks where we have sustainable types of things going on?
We were teamed up with Reciprocity, an organization that revitalizes community spaces in community places. Fidel Verdeen and Michael Carrier had the vision to build this Peace Place.
The location of the park is on the corner of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Ring Street, across from the Heart Love and next to King Jr. Elementary School.
The murals that are in the site show the historical significance of the area during the civil rights movement for equal housing. Nicholas Lampart and Paul Kajelin are the artists behind them.
Our contribution to the Peace Place was the designs for our bus stop, bike rack, and partition planters. The site also has fruit trees, walking paths, and a mound for sledding, along with a classroom at the back of the site.
Milwaukee Habitat has served nearly 1,000 families in search of safe, decent, affordable housing. We created video walkthroughs of possible homes available to prospective buyers.
Habitat homes have many energy-efficient features to decrease their energy footprint and keep monthly costs low for the homeowners. The new construction home can also be designed ADA habitable if needed by the family. Habitat also purchases older homes from the city of Milwaukee that have been abandoned or foreclosed upon in the Washington Park neighborhood. These homes are refurbished completely by volunteers and community supporters. Every rehab house is different with its own character.
We ended each video walkthrough we created with Natasha, the head of family services at Milwaukee Habitat, as she explained the requirements of becoming a Habitat homeowner. Most of the workers at Milwaukee Habitat are volunteers who put in their own hours to help their neighborhood become something better and safer. Milwaukee Habitat strives to help the lives of families all over Milwaukee find a safe and affordable place to live.
Let's talk about Milwaukee vacant lots, homegrown CDS, and sustainable placemaking.
How is this all possible? Well, first we have strong support from the city, and we have 16 major neighborhood partners. And ultimately we have residents that take responsibility. They've helped with some of the installations, and they are responsible for the weeding and the watering for these parks and long-term ownership.
At every site, we're stacking up multiple sustainable benefits. We're building cisterns, rain gardens, rain sheds, and ultimately, we see a goal of having decreased crime and increased property values.